wonderful to be here, and it is an honor to be introduced in the way you introduced me. Thank you so much.
The Maurice Brown Memorial Poetry Reading is an event that takes place here at Oakland University every year, sometime in the month of September.
Taking a look at you as you are looking at me. You never do know.
This is Peacock. She's an award-winning poet and creative nonfiction writer. Her most recent work is the collection The Second Blush.
As so much as I perceive it. So thank you so much, Ed. I really, really appreciate it. I grew up in a household with an impulse to be something special, but I didn't know what that was.
This is my first time at the poetry reading. I did thoroughly, yes. Yeah, it was a very well put together and very enjoyable time. Obviously, her poetry is excellent. The reason I'm here is that I enjoy. Obviously, I enjoy poetry, but there's nothing like hearing a poet read their own work. There's something I think very special about that. So.
It was chaos in our house. My father was a pretty serious alcoholic. We never knew what was going to happen. I never knew what was going to happen. You never knew what was going to happen when he burst in the door. And so all of the ideas of promises being kept, it's delicious to be promised something and have the promise to be kept. But that didn't happen. There were a lot of promises, and sometimes they happened, but it was very, very chaotic. When I discovered formal poetry, I thought the promise is being kept. I didn't think that consciously. It's just that something happened.
This event takes place in remembrance of a deceased faculty member, Maurice F. Brown, who taught at Oakland University from 1961 until his death in 1985.
Or if you just spent an hour shooting baskets.
No, I'm not. I've been to all of the Maurice Brown readings since I've been here, so 10 years worth of. I enjoyed it a lot. Of course, I knew Molly's work because I'm the one that invited her to come, but I hadn't heard her do a reading, a performance, and I thought she was terrific, the way she connected with the audience.
Unraveling the cause of night, that days extend their claws at night, to reenact old wars at night. Though dreams can heal old sores at night. What happened earlier, I'm not sure. Of course he was drunk, but often he was. His face looked like a ham on a hook above me. I was pinned to the chair because he'd hunkered over me with arms like jaws, pried open by the chair arms. Do you love me? He began to sob. Say you love me. I held out. I was probably 15. What had happened? Had my mother, had she said or done something? Or had he just been drinking too long after work? He'll get mean, my sister hissed. Just tell him. I brought my knee up to kick him, but was too scared.
Well, I write poetry, and she obviously has had a great success with her poetry, and from the excerpts I read online, it was really impressive, so I wanted to see how she performed it in person. I thought it was pretty enjoyable. I thought that she was really expressive, which I wasn't expecting, so that was kind of refreshing. There was like a stage quality to it that kind of took me off guard at first, but once I adapted to it, I liked it. I think that she's like a very quotable poet, makes any sense. So I found myself writing down a lot of like excerpts of what she was saying. I don't know, she just seems like someone who obviously has a lot of wisdom, and her writing's like top notch. So the combination was pretty great.
And to deny our choice will kill what freedom we might feel.